A healthier, happier life begins here. Welcome to Mercy Moments, a podcast by Mercy Health in association with True Chat.
Did you know that 30% of Americans report that at one time or another, they were members of this particular organization? One that has helped meet the needs of communities for well over 200 years. Founded in 1851 by Thomas Sullivan, it has endured serious economic hardships, several cultural revolutions, and even 2 world wars. I am, of course, talking about the YMCA. Thank you for tuning in today. I'm your host for Mercy Moments, T. Allen Ceyler, coming to you from Champaign County, here at True Chat Studios in Urbana, Ohio. He is the Director of Membership, Marketing, and the Sports Program for the Champaign County Family YMCA. Please welcome to the program, Greg Howard. Greg, welcome.
Thanks, Terry.
She is the Director of Administration for the Champaign Family YMCA. Please welcome also Karen Keller. Karen, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So, Greg, this first question's for you. Can you tell us a little more about the history of the Champaign Family YMCA?
Yeah, I'd love to, Terry. Thanks. I get this question a lot, and our board members, when we onboard new, it's interesting to hear their story every time this question of the history of the Champaign Family YMCA comes up, because if you are older than 22 years old, you grew up without a Champaign Family YMCA here in the county.
Wow.
What's neat is to hear the stories of some like-minded individuals with the help of Clark State, with the help of KTH and Honda, looking for an expanded daycare offering in Champaign County.
Yeah.
Coming together, getting some state funding put together, and then back in 1998, just went at it and were able to open the doors in 1999.
So, Karen, in simple terms, what exactly is the Y's function?
Well, a lot of your listeners may not be aware, but the YMCA is a nonprofit organization.
Right.
And we like to say our cause as a nonprofit is strengthening our community. And that doesn't just mean in terms of physical fitness. A lot of folks think of the Y as a gym.
Or having a pool, yeah.
Yes, exactly. But our goal is to strengthen everyone in our county, not just in body, but in mind and spirit as well. So we like to do that through programs dedicated to youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility.
So, Greg, what would you say is the most important feature or offering of the Y?
You know, just to echo what Karen was saying, we are following those guidelines, but we are putting the Christian principles into practice. We don't just talk about it, we do it at the Y. And we do that through so many programs that impact every age group. One of my most important programs that we offer is our Invest in Youth Scholarship Program. And that allows us to offer membership to anyone, regardless of their ability to pay in Champaign County.
So just as a follow-up question, what would you say are some of the most basic functions or features of the YMCA?
You know, we have everything from daycare to sports programs that Karen mentioned, to all the fitness that people kind of equate to the YMCA right off the bat, the swimming gyms.
Right.
Our daycare is fantastic. We've been a 5-star daycare for several years now, and we offer that from ages 0 all the way up until they go to kindergarten.
Wow.
I make several references when I give tours around the Y about how funny it is to see kids being pushed around in shopping cart looking apparatuses, and then 3 years later, they're toddlers running around the Y, and we get to see all of that. So that's a really neat thing.
And it's a nice facility too.
Yeah, it really is. Being only 20 years old, 22 years old now, you go into a lot of Ys that have been around longer, and
right.
You can tell they have. We've done a really good job of keeping it up, I believe.
Well, and like you said, a lot of the public associate the Y with fitness and stuff like that. But there's a lot more to offer there than just that.
What's nice is back in 2003, so only 4 years into this thing, we realized our fitness center was not big enough, and we were able to partner with Mercy and expand our fitness center, as well as another room back there that was originally for physical therapy.
So Karen, how would you say that the Y's expanded its services to meet the needs of the community?
We are fortunate to have good relationships with a lot of entities throughout the county, be it the school districts, be it local businesses, be it the government entities. Our child care center, as Greg said, we expanded that out to almost double the size back around 2013 to serve more children. We also are in the school districts here in the county. Every school district in the county, we have a before and after care program to serve children up to grade 6. This past fall, we partnered with the North Lewisburg Church to take over the Cardinal Corner Child Care Center there. And that is in another entire birth to 6th grade, basically, childcare program there. And then in the last couple of years, we have worked really closely with the city of Urbana, and they've reached out to us to assume management of the outdoor pool at Melvin Miller Park for them. And then we have also taken over management of the outdoor sports leagues for the city of Urbana. So baseball, softball, and soccer.
So where do you hold most of that?
That is all outdoors at the Melvin Miller at the city park in Urbana.
Yeah, what a great space if you've never been out there. We were so fortunate. The city reached out to us about taking over some programming for them. And we have 12 fields that we can program at any given time. We've got huge soccer fields that the city works for and cuts grass and lines for us. And then, we were fortunate enough to be the only place in the county last year to run a softball and baseball program, as well as open our city pool up after initially it was going to be shut down due to COVID.
And that facility has a Frisbee golf.
It does. It does. We have not gotten into the Frisbee golf space as the Y yet, but so many tournaments are held up there now.
Oh, really?
And it's been featured, I think, as one of the top 10 in the state. It's pretty neat.
We'd like to take this time to remind our listeners that all of True Chat's podcasts help pursue a common goal: to educate people by providing honest, open, and respectful conversations. And to find out where you can listen to us or engage with our program, please visit us at mercymoments.org. So just to recap today, our conversation has been about the offerings of the Champaign Family YMCA. And my guests today have been Greg Hauer and Karen Keller. Greg and Karen, welcome back. So, Greg, what are some of the specific programs that you offer at the YMCA?
Let me start with the earliest of programs, because we love seeing little kids run around the YMCA and be able to offer things for them. We have what used to be called a mommy and me class. I think we excluded dads for a short while there, and now we call it a skip class. But from 0 to 3 years old, we allow them to come in. It's an introduction to swim lessons, and it's just really neat to have that mom or that dad come into the pool with the child, and an instructor will show them how to begin that.
So what age range do you usually get?
That one, we have had babies up to 8 or as little as 8 weeks old.
Interesting.
Start that class. And a lot of that is teaching them how to float, how to just be comfortable in water.
Yeah, but that's an interesting sight.
It is really neat. And I tell you, we start our swim lessons right after that. At 3 years old, you don't have to have a parent with you. And that is one of the most important basic skills, I think, is learning how to swim early. And we've really pushed that through our preschool program with free swim lessons. We've pushed that as a feeder program into our eventual swim team down the road.
Interesting.
One of the next things that I love offering now, and we've done for about 3 or 4 years, is our Biddy Sports. And that is actually getting basketballs into little kids' hands at 3 years old, getting soccer balls on their feet, and teaching them the large motor skills, and just bringing them into a team environment where we have volunteer coaches walking them through drills, helping them out, and just having fun around other kids, getting comfortable with sports in general. So I've really enjoyed offering those programs. We've even expanded that to our outdoor offerings now with Blast Ball, which is an introduction to T-ball, and in our fall soccer program, outdoors have opened that up to little 3 and 4 year olds running around with no goalies and just having a blast scoring goals out there.
So, Greg, what are some of the other outings that you guys have in the spring, summer, and fall?
Well, I tell you, we are really excited this year to get back to it. Being off for most of 2020 from holding events, we get to now bring back Our first annual golf outing will be in May. I'm really happy to announce that. We've been looking at doing one of these for a while now, but it will raise money for our annual support campaign. As Karen mentioned, we are a 501c3 nonprofit, and it helps tremendously with what our outreach, what we can do in the community with that.
And you guys have family-related events too, right?
We do. One of our largest events of the season, and we've already been getting calls about, is our father-daughter dance, typically held in February, right around Valentine's Day. We had a lot of disappointed dads. We were excited to bring that father-daughter dance back, but decided to move that out to June and move it to an outdoor event. We're also bringing back the mother-son event out at the city pool this year. We're holding Healthy Kids Day in June, which has been a tremendous event to get more community services all together in one day so that you can come and find out about anything there is to do to stay healthy in Champaign County.
Karen, you were talking about youth and adult sports earlier. So how has COVID affected sports program?
I think that's one of the things we're most proud of looking back to 2020 and ahead to 2021 is how we have worked really hard to incorporate the state recommendations for health and safety and best practices. And other than having our fitness center shut down for about 10 weeks, we really haven't had to cancel much in the way of programming, especially our sports. As Greg mentioned last summer, we were the only organization in the area that still offered baseball and softball over the summer.
Nice.
And we were able to do it safely. We've really committed ourselves with our indoor sports, with having games and matches spaced so that parents from one group are cleared out before the next group comes in. So we don't have a lot of people mixing. We've enforced distancing, masking, all of these recommendations. And for the most part, families are understanding, and I think they're really, really appreciative because the kids have been through a lot, and still having that sports, those activities to see other kids and stay active and have that sense of normalcy, I think has been really important. And so we're really thrilled that we've been able to keep that going.
And you guys also hold food drives and things like that as well.
We have done that. Yep, absolutely. We worked with the Children's Hunger Alliance last summer to hand out shelf-stable meals to families for several months going. We are a summer feeding site, so folks can come, and this has been pre-COVID, folks can come out to the Y during the summertime and get a hot meal. We also, this fall, I believe, for summer past, worked with the Sycamore House, and we did a diaper drive for families. And I don't know how many hundreds of diapers we were able to provide for them. We worked with the Caring Kitchen as well when we had our turkey trot at the fall, which that was another program that we were able to keep going safely. But we always invite folks to bring out canned goods for that as well. So any opportunity that we can find to contribute with those types of organizations, we're happy to do it.
So to kind of change directions a little, from an HR perspective, how has the pandemic affected your staffing?
Again, we've been really, really lucky in that respect too. We did have to shut down our fitness center for a little bit, but we kept our daycare center open as a critical care site. So those essential workers who had to go to work could bring their kids to the Y. So we really were lucky. We weren't required to really lay off any staff at all. Staff that were in, like, say, in the fitness department, we were able to find either work from home, or we would find some training for them to do to keep them employed. We were fortunate to receive a PPP loan that helped us continue to keep people on the payroll and keep them paid. So really, COVID has really not had a significant impact. We've had a few staff who didn't want to come back, over health concerns, but for the most part, really hasn't had an adverse effect on us from an HR perspective.
So about how many employees do you have?
On average, about 120. That goes up over the summertime when we have summer camp going on and we have the city pool open. That goes up to more, maybe like 150 seasonally.
That's a lot more than you'd think.
It is a lot more, yeah.
So Greg, where exactly are you guys located?
We are located at 191 Community Drive in Urbana, across from the Champaign County Library, and Community Drive is right off of the Urbana Self-Storage Road.
So what are good contact numbers for you guys?
There are so many ways to contact the Y nowadays, especially with our programming the way it is and keeping people up to speed on how to sign up for programs, how to get in and sign up for a membership. You can stop by anytime in person, of course, but we also have a website, champaignfamilyymca.org, or you can just simply call in the Y and we can help you over the phone. And that's 937-653-9622.
You touched on the fact that, like a lot of Ys, you guys have a pool. So what are the different benefits of using that?
Absolutely. The pool is probably one of our biggest draws at the YMCA. And now post-COVID, or during this pandemic, we've been able to section off the pool into lap lanes so that people can reserve lap lanes and still stay distance. One of the most important things we were able to do was to offer a swim team experience still. For the last few years, we've run the Champ High School swim team in Champaign County, and that goes directly to all schools in Champaign County and beyond. London is involved, actually, that do not have an individual swim team at their high school. So we offer an experience for that. We offer coaching, and we were fortunate enough this year to offer a complete swim season. And 2 of our swimmers are today at districts in Southwest Ohio.
So what exactly is Splash Week?
Splash Week is a free program for the community that we run usually Memorial Day week, and we're working out the details right now for 2021. We love to partner with the city of Urbana and do it out at Melvin Miller Park. We do it in our pool at the YMCA, and it is basically to teach kids safety around water.
So Greg, I heard that you guys also hold an annual golf outing. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, I'm so excited this year to start the first annual YMCA Golf Scramble. We're actually calling it more than just a golf scramble because of all the ideas that we have to get people out. It is going to be held out at the Urbana Country Club, which is a Pete Dye course. Really nice to go out there and play. And a lot of people don't get the opportunity to go out and play that daily. So look forward to that. It's on May 10th this year.
Again, I'd like to thank my guests today, Greg Hauer and Karen Keller, for being here. You can listen to Mercy Moments on TrueChat via Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, or anywhere else fine podcasts are found. For Mercy Moments, Mercy Health Urbana Hospital, and TrueChat, I'm your host, T. Allen Ceyler.
And I'm Greg Hauer.
And I'm Karen Keller.
Thank you for listening today. Stay healthy, Ohio.